I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Jaguars going up against the 49ers.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pitch, the ball's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. And now a first down following that long gain. A handoff to Fournette. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Bridgewater. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That's it, baby. Watch tight end, watch tight end. That's right. Here we go now. Boom.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They go play action here on first down. 20. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green. All right, now, look at 56.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're likely forced a field goal attempt.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out and says, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Shift together here from the D-line. Bridgewater to throw it. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Solomon Thomas. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeJuan Smoot in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now they try the right side here. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
All right, now, look at 56. Watching now, Barney. Detroit. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and he will be taken down.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Fournette fighting through. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, Bridgewater. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Fournette, a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Fournette fighting through, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing for.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. DeJuan Smoot in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dance, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at third and a few inches. And now here's a carry heading left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. shift together here from the D-line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Fournette running right. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense truck.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when you look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. To throw, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Malone. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch every...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. it's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you're looking for plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Here's Bridgewater being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Let's go.
To throw is Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Bridgewater on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's a give to Fournette. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Throwing, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they? They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win. They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.